All right, all right, all right, man. Nothing like coming in sideways with your hair on fire and your you know what a catching. Man, I tell you what. Hey, everybody. Uh, man, this is all going to come together so damn cool. This is going to be amazing. Um, First thing I want to do here, get the show started. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we got going on. I've got two special guests waiting in the wings. They're in the green room. And I'm trying out a new setup for bringing in guests, a new way to do it, kind of, sort of. And the test went extremely well this afternoon. So with any luck, the live show will do just as well. So wish me luck on that, guys. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slide in the one and only infamous Mr. Lloyd Mendenhall. Hello, Lloyd.
Hello, Mel. Wrong show.
Yeah, wrong show.
Yeah. That was earlier today. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm old. I'm entitled to be confused.
Yeah, but you
Hi, Mel. How you doing?
shouldn't have to live confused. I mean, once in a while it'd be.
I know, right?
Oh, hell. How you doing?
Yeah.
Man, I
I'm
tell
not
you what,
sure
it's
now. Thought I was
been
doing pretty good, but then after that, I'm not sure.
been a
I'm
busy
doing
afternoon.
Good. I'm doing good.
Hey, first thing I
Yeah.
want to do is everybody give me a thumbs up or down on the music for the intro. I just added that. I rendered it about 4 minutes before showtime. So, yeah, it's been super crazy, but hopefully y'all liked that music. I know last week I didn't have any, and everybody had a like, "Where's your music, Mel?" You know. But real quick, gonna say hello to Fly High Ireland, Jim Boyd, Greg Oz by Drone, Art of Art Co. We got RL of Ron Lockwood Photography, Miko, Dean, T-Bird, John F. Yeah, buddy, you're here. Wendell, hello there. Thank you for coming in. Paul Hodges, Phantom Hodges Drone, welcome. Mr. Grant, stay drunk. Hello. And then, of course, Jody and my little brother, Backwoods Droner, and Dad are in there, too. Anyway, we're going to get this right off the cuff. We're going to get going right with this right straight away because some people have schedules even tighter than ours. Do you know who that might be?
Okay. I have no idea.
How about the American truck driver?
Oh, well, yeah.
And what would you think if I said that I had two truck drivers? They're actually a couple. They drive for two separate companies in two separate trucks, and they're in two separate parts of the country, and they are both right here live with us right now. Hello, everybody.
Awesome.
Mary, turn your phone sideways.
Hello, everybody.
Turn your phone sideways if you can, if that's not too much problem. There you go. Now we got a bigger picture.
She is upside down.
Oh,
Now you can't see me at all.
there you go.
Hang on. There we go.
There you
Now
go.
we got a view
Yeah.
that's, there you go. A little bit off, but it's
Of the
okay.
truck.
Hey, everybody in the live stream, in the chat, I want you to meet two really good friends of mine. One I've known for, well, I don't know how long I've known Mary. Maybe
Give me
2
a
years?
second.
Couple of years?
Yeah.
And Ray, the other driver, I've known him since 1990.
Oh, give or take.
Yeah. Yeah, right around 1990.
It's been a while.
It's been a day. Maybe 3. Anyway, your audio sounds good. This whole system is working fantastically, just as I knew it would. They're both using mobile devices, and they're both in their trucks. Ray is in, are you in Alabama, or are you in Georgia now?
No, I am in Georgia in Lithia Springs.
Lithia Springs, Georgia. So you're at the...
Yeah, just north of Atlanta, just on the Atlanta outskirts.
Okay. Getting a little crackling in your audio for some reason that we didn't get earlier today, which is kind of strange.
The 5G network. Gotta love it.
I don't think that has an effect on the internet, but it might. Mary, where are you at?
I'm in Utah, about 60 miles south of Evanston, Wyoming.
Oh, you didn't make it
Did
yet
you
to
hear me?
Evanston?
No, I stopped short.
Oh,
New
okay.
dog on the truck.
Ah,
Whole nother story.
okay. Evanston, Wyoming, Flying J, one of my favorite places. I used to like to stop out there. Exit 3, anyway. Been there many times.
Yep.
How's your time situation? Are you good on time for a few minutes, or do you need to kind of hurry?
I'm good for a few.
Okay. Well, we'll try to get you going here too, because I know you still want to get some more miles in today. I don't know if you guys can see the YouTube chat. If you have the ability to pull up the YouTube stream with another device, you'll be able to see the chat and stuff. But they're saying thanks for keeping things moving and stuff like that. That's the kind of things they're saying in the chat. So,
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
Mary,
It does.
It really does.
Mm-hmm.
you haul groceries, basically. You haul meat out of Minnesota down to the LA basin, and then you haul produce back to the Midwest, right? Is that right?
Produce and cheese back, yes.
Okay, so that's basically what you do. So you're dealing with food distribution and food distributors and cold storage warehouses, things like that, right?
Correct.
How are they treating you, and what kind of things do you have to do to protect yourself in this stay socially separated environment that we're currently in?
The distribution centers and the wholesalers and things like that, they're okay. You know, everything's more distant now. We use our own pens. We don't use their pens. Now they come up to us. You know, we all have masks. That part has maybe gotten a little easier, except for the crowds, the truck crowds getting in and out of the facilities. That's gotten a little worse. It's a little more circus-like, I guess you would say.
Yeah, a little more congested for the trucks.
Yes. Everybody trying to go everywhere and not knowing where they're going type of thing, because they're trying to change things to make it easier. So it's not the same as what we're used to, and it's just a big runaround.
Yeah. What about your own personal protection? I mean, have you got like alcohol bottle spray, stuff like that, gloves that you keep on the truck, and not only
my
on the truck,
alcohol.
but it's like handy.
Oops. Hang on, let me set that back up. Yeah, my truck's not prepared for this. I don't even know if you can see me. There we go. Yep. Here's my bleach. I spray my feet before I get in my truck. After I get in my truck, I spray my hands again. I have my gloves right here, box of gloves. Yeah. I put a glove on one hand to go all the way into the restroom. When I get to the restroom, I take the glove off, throw it away. One glove to get all the way out, besides washing and everything else.
Right.
One glove to get all the way out, take it off before I touch my truck, throw them in the trash outside. I let my puppy, who I normally ride with, stay at home so I could bring this guy on so that I could have protection. Because on the 80 in Wyoming, there's been robbings of trucks. There's been some minor hijackings. Things are starting to get a little scary out here, a little crazy. Problems getting food in the beginning was real tough because it was, drive up only, and they wouldn't allow us to walk up. That's somewhat changed now. But now I bought a microwave for my truck, and I prepare foods on my truck. I don't even like to go to the anywhere except for to use the restroom.
Yeah. So you're better off.
So things have changed a lot. It's a lot of getting used to. A lot of getting used to. Whole different schedules, whole different stops. You get used to kind of, because my runs are kind of like dedicated runs. You get used to where you go, where you stop, what you do, and it's not that way anymore at all.
Yeah. How about you, Ray? What kind of things are you seeing different and having to do different?
Well, I do a lot more stops here and there, so I'm not. My runs are shorter at times. Before, it was like the whole thing. They took a sledgehammer to fix everything,
Now,
and
that's a different headset than you were using earlier.
same one.
No, you
Same
had
one.
one with a wire on it, didn't you?
Well, that's because it was plugged in.
It was plugged
I
in.
was charging it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, so in the beginning, like Mary said, is like they took a sledgehammer to everything, and people really didn't have an idea. It was hard to find food for the first week when everything went through. Drive-throughs weren't letting you in. Trucks weren't serving food. But I do have to give a shout out to a majority of the truck stops, Loves, Pilots, the Petros and stuff like that. They're still working on it, but I'm not going to say anything bad because. But they're working with us now a lot more. They've had to make some adjustments themselves. They're doing a lot more cleaning. You just can't go in and grab a cup if you wanted to anymore. They do it for you, and that's to keep everybody from touching everything. If you want to drink a soda, you don't want to be drinking after somebody that just touched it.
Right.
So
And no more refills.
It's a minor adjustment on there. Right.
Yeah, no
more refills on your own
bring
cups.
your
You
own
got to use
cups
theirs.
in. Yep, you got to use a new cup. I've seen that.
Correct.
Hello, Metro. Thank you.
Showers. They're starting
scary.
to. Yeah, they're starting to shut half of them down, odds and evens. I've noticed, and different people have different things. Like, I got to be real careful for bleach because a few years ago I got bleach poisoning on a job, and I react badly to bleach. So this morning I went to go take a shower, and the odor was so bad I couldn't even go in. I broke out in hives. So I took it back, and the manager was really nice about it. He said when another one comes open, he don't mind waiting. They went and used a different sanitizer. So they're really accommodating to us to the best of their abilities.
Yeah,
so I got to give a hands off to that. A lot of different stuff. Mary does the produce outside of it. I'm doing a lot of hospital stuff, so it's a little different for me.
Yeah. How many new loads of beds have you taken out of Missouri over there? Where's that place at in Camdenton, Missouri, or whatever?
No, those are the Camdens. Those beds there. Those are for rehab beds, but I've been doing the direct surgical and medical beds coming out of North Carolina and South Carolina. And I've done probably about 40 loads, 16 to a truck.
Yeah.
Well, you were hauling to New York,
we did
too.
a load. Yes, to New York, under there to New Jersey, North Baltimore, down into Florida. So it's a little bit more difficult. That I've got all kinds of stuff I do on prep. I got some gloves and face masks. They're hard to get, but I do have some that give to me for when I help move the stuff in. I carry a bottle of water and alcohol that sit by the door, so when I get in and out, I spray down before I get in the truck. Anything that I got on me is not coming in this truck.
Right.
So I try to prep more that way. It's a little bit more time consuming, but this is right now my quarantine zone.
Sure.
As we get going down the road.
Sure.
So that's that part of it.
Anybody in chat have any questions? Go ahead and type them in chat, and I'll try to catch them. Mary, have you had any? Have you had any huge difference in your loads, or is it still pretty much the meat and produce?
Meat, produce, still a lot heavier loads, a lot more time demanding to get there. There's just a super rush on pork coming out of Minnesota, trying to get it, to the distribution centers in California. And because they, I guess, ship it everywhere. And then, just there's no stopping. It's just go, 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 go.
Yeah.
To where before I could get away with doing 500 miles a day, now it's 700. Do what you can as fast as you can.
Yeah, just absolutely maxed out, to pushing every mile to the minute to the limit, right?
Yes. But one thing I've got to give credit to, I have noticed, California is still full of traffic. It is not shut down. I don't care what anybody says. It's still full of traffic. I was just there. I was in Riverside County, LA County, and San Bernardino County. Riverside was the most shut down. But I have noticed that out here on the roads now we get a lot of 5-finger waves instead of 1-finger waves.
Yeah, yeah.
People are a little more considerate. You know, people are a little more considerate. You know, they're not so they're not so eager to cut us off or not let us in. They're a little more understanding of us, and that has been really appreciative. Really appreciate to all the four wheels out there doing what they can to help us do our job.
A lot of stuff on the news about, you know, the trucking industry in general and how it's stepping up to maintain.
We're getting a lot more positive reviews.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. I mean, that really means a lot versus what we've been able to deal with.
Right.
And it's well deserved too, because without you, we'd starve. It's just that simple, you know, or we wouldn't have medical supplies. I was going to say, my daughter-in-law is a nurse, and you know, they're having the shortage of the face mask, and she did say one thing you can keep into consideration is you can reuse these if you leave them to air out for, if you rotate, you know, put them someplace where they're going to let them air for a day or so, or, you know.
Yeah, it stays on paper for a week, so if you you know, put it away and don't use it and don't touch it for a week, the virus will die on that and you can reuse it if it has any on it.
She said 4 days. She said she's an RN, and she said they're telling her 4 days the virus will if it's on there, you know. So if you get desperate, you can recycle these, just rotate them. That's what I'm doing for my wife and I, because I wear these when I go out now, because I got COPD. She's a lung cancer survivor. We don't need that stuff in our house.
Yeah, no, you don't. That's good tip. Good tip.
Just a suggestion.
What my brother is doing.
Go ahead, Mary.
What my brother is doing is he sprays his with isopropyl alcohol inside and out, lets it air out for a whole day, and then it's good to go.
Yeah.
Supposedly. You know, I made my face mask because I couldn't find any of the paper ones, so I used a winter mask and then surgical pads under it to cover all the holes.
Yeah, just so long as you block the droplets from getting to your face and mouth and eyes, that's the important thing. You know, and
yes,
that's only really going to protect you if someone sneezes or coughs or something like that, you know, within a couple feet of you. If you're able to maintain a 6 to 10 foot radius from anybody, you really don't even need a mask. But people talk a lot about the masks, and the thing is any there's a name for it, the membranes, but your eyes. If someone coughs and even though you have a mask on, if you don't have your eyes covered, you can get it. You know, the droplets can get in your eyes, and you can still get the virus that way. So that's equally as important. So if you've got some of those clear wraparound style safety glasses, that would be a good thing to wear in public if you have to be somewhere like that where you have to be close to, you know, within a couple of feet of other people. Combine that with your mask, and then you should be pretty well protected.
It's hard to get used to not contempt.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mary, go.
It's hard to get used to in the beginning to be able to restrain yourself from not recontaminating yourself with the gloves. Yeah. But another thing that I've noticed is in the truck stops and stuff, drivers are keeping their distance, even in line. It's not like we're being herded through like cattle anymore. We are keeping our distance from each other. And I think that is helping a lot.
That's good. That's good. I see the thing up at the Loves. I do some work sometimes up at the Loves here near where I live, and they actually had their little food court blocked off, and they had 2 employees there that were serving the coffee and serving the hot dogs to the guys that wanted to grab stuff to go, because the McDonald's was shut down, you know. So, Ray, your turn.
Yeah, I was just going to say on the protection, I've already had a couple deliveries where I've had to wear full surgical outfits, face masks, the shields, everything. And it's a little uncomfortable, because them things get super hot.
Right.
But when you go in a hospital and you don't have to do other things, it does come in handy because you don't want to take this inside with you. And so there are little things that change, but to protect everybody else is well worth it. I've got to do my job, but at the same time, I got to be mindful and aware of where I'm going and who all could be impacted.
Sure.
So it's since this is going on, there's been a lot of really neat things that have really got to me. I've seen more people helping other people lately. Grocery stores, even though they don't have to, they're setting up for people that don't get out as much. They're old, elderly, and stuff. They're giving them a couple hours before the rest of us come in. So I think that this in all about run, everybody's kind of really stepping their game up, and it's really been a pleasure to see. Too many things have gone negative. We just need to stay positive on this.
Yep, I agree.
So,
Lloyd, your turn.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, I've seen so many. When I go because I still have to go out and shop because I've got a son who's a police officer and my other son, his wife is the nurse. They're both exposed to this, and my son is the chief of police at a college campus here, and he has to be down there because all the foreign students, they couldn't go back home. They shut down the college, but he's got to be down there to protect them and deal with whatever's coming in and out of that college, and so we're not seeing our kids. So if I need anything, I basically have to gear up and go get it.
Right.
But people have been very helpful. Those that can, and it's we're all in this together. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's hitting everybody worldwide. I mean, I'm calling it the Great Reset. It's kind of resetting us back where we need to be.
Kind of in a way, it is. It is.
It's taking everybody from a go, 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 me attitude to like, okay, stop, slow down, stretch. It's no longer about me, but family and people around you, which I think you're right. It's time that we needed a reset. Unfortunately, it came at a price, but where were we headed?
They always do.
Exactly.
They always do. Yeah.
I mean,
and it's shown that our country is still.
Go ahead. I apologize. Go right ahead.
No, you're fine. It's shown that our country, we can still do things. We're still about each other. We're still the United States of America. We stand together.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, and I've got a brother who's been in the hospital. He had 103-degree temperature and just had a stroke a few months ago, and
wow.
Still don't, but I can't go up and see him. I can't go check on him because I can't be exposed, and they wouldn't let me. They won't even let his wife in. To see him.
Until they know
if
for
I
sure.
Could even get in. Yeah.
Yep.
But
have you guys found any or had any problem getting supplies for the truck, like fuel or maintenance or anything like that? Have you had any issue with that?
No, not at all. I have not. Have you?
No, I haven't had any issues just trying to protect yourself. You do the keypads with one glove, you take that off, then you put your fueling gloves on. It's just remembering. A few places have been out of depth, but I don't know, it's touch and go. Sometimes the truck stops will be swamped and there's no place to park. Then other places, there'll be a ghost town. It's just all hit and miss.
Yeah.
But it's definitely different than it was for either way.
Right.
About the fuel prices, I bet you guys are loving that right now.
Oh, yes, they have dropped dramatically.
Yep.
And that's something that our country has done good, too. Any years ago when something was wrong with our country, everything skyrocketed and they took advantage of the situation. Well, this time it's not so, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
So does anybody in chat have any questions? Type your questions in the chat and we'll catch them.
There was some, I thought. Oh, somebody did ask. What about are you still having to do your log stop? They, no longer or are they telling you just get to where you got to go and unload it, or are you having to do all the logging and all that stuff you used to do? Limited
My
hours
70
driving.
is no longer valid. My 10 and 14 are. My 70 is no longer valid. I work for a smaller company. We've only got about 110, 120 trucks. It's a family owned company, and they're telling my company to do away with the ELDs, but we haven't done it yet because it's still working for us.
Okay.
Okay.
And as
And you
far
want
as what I
to say
do,
that for us
yeah,
non-truckers?
The ELD,
yeah,
electronic
the
log
log,
I don't.
device.
logbook, right?
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
it's
Yeah,
Thank you.
we've done away with the paper. Now it's all electronic, just like our phones. Everything's gone to digital,
Right.
so it keeps track and stuff like this.
and it's
Mine not so much. Yes,
wired directly to the
to the
truck. It's
truck.
wired to the ECM, the
Okay.
electronic
Yeah.
control module on the motor, and the motor tells the log when the truck is rolling, tells it how fast it's going, tells it everything, and then it's tracked by
Yeah.
GPS
It's a
so that
big
it can see where it
tattletale.
is.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to ask. Have they suspended your driving? In other words, are you allowed to drive over X amount of hours without taking a break now, or you still got to take that break?
I don't
Still
need
got.
to
I got
take
to
Way
take
my
mine.
back.
34 anymore. I don't need to take my 30 anymore because of my health food. My
Okay, so,
34-hour break in between, you were only allowed to work 70 hours a week,
Right.
and then you'd have a 34 break off. I don't get that 34 anymore. I just keep going.
Okay.
see
And the
what
only
Yeah.
time I
I think
do,
that's what they were trying to
and
find
the only
out.
time I should, yeah, and the only time really mine stays the same. Nothing's changed for me unless I get a police escort. And when I get a police escort, we're allowed to. Uh, the company hasn't really said anything, but the police officers has because to log it off because I'm actually getting an escort through. So where you can log off duty or log completely out of the system, so we can travel with them. Um,
Okay.
Other
Yeah.
than that, for even the medical side, they haven't touched that lately. So
Yeah, that's probably all going to stay the same except for critical
right,
stuff like food. But
right.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
also
the
Raymond, don't
rules
you
are
have a
stupid
letter?
anyway.
Raymond, don't you have a
Yeah, I
letter
got
saying that you are on essential loads?
correct. I have an emergency essential load letter. Basically, if I'm hauling anything on the medical side, it gives us a lot more leeway as far as being out, where we can go, where we can't go. Some states have made it access to areas where if you're a truck, that if you go in, they recommend you take that you got to go somewhere and take a shutdown someplace. Um, there's a big food distributor center that was just closed. They shut the doors on it for a while because they had some of the employees come down infected. So they closed it off to find out what the next step is. Now I haven't heard if they reopened it, but it kind of threw a wrench in the system on everything for a few because where does it go? Does it stay on cardboard? Are they passing it to somebody else? Is it coming here? So there are a lot of things going on. So we just got to be diligent about what we do. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Definitely.
I've had you guys in here for about 30 minutes, and I know you still got miles you need to get done today. So, Ray, thank you. Mary,
Yes, sir. I
thank you.
appreciate it. And thank you, everybody out there. And just no need to panic on anything. Just be diligent. This will pass. It's not the first time that we've had to go through something like this in the time that we've had. You know, we've had 20 different viruses go around everywhere in the course of our history. You know,
Yeah.
we're still here. We'll be here tomorrow, but we just got to be diligent, be patient, and just hang tight. You know, don't panic and get frustrated and be crazy about it. Spend time with your family. You know, do
Exactly.
something you probably haven't done in years.
Yep,
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And everybody, thank you, and I appreciate it. And thank you, Mel.
You bet. Mary, last words?
Thank you, Mel, and thank you, America, for just being you and
Yes.
giving us a break and appreciating us. We appreciate you for that. Thanks to all the people out there who are helping us with gift bags and food and sandwiches, bringing truckers, when they've been stranded at truck stops or at drive-through restaurants. Just thank you, America. Thank you for everything.
Yep, yep. That's awesome. Perfect. All right, you guys.
And it's a real honor to
All
meet
right.
you guys too.
It's an honor to
Honor
meet you,
meeting
and
you.
everybody be safe. Thank you.
Everybody in chat saying thanks for the work that you do, and they know it's a hard lifestyle, and they appreciate y'all for it. So, from that,
Okay.
you get a grand applause, and I'll say goodbye to you both. Thanks for taking time to join me.
Thank you.
See you later.
Stay safe.
Well, what'd you think of that
Was
surprise, everybody?
absolutely fantastic, Mel. That was good to have them on there, and it's good to hear it from that perspective because, I was over at the Homeland store yesterday. I put on my mask, and there's a guy my age walking through, and he's looking around, and we're both going down the paper aisle, and he's just, and he was a good, I don't know, 6'1", 6'2". I had to look up at him. Of course, I have to look up at most people, but he was just chuckling, shaking his head, and he just says, "What are these people thinking?" He says, "They're taking out 2 grocery carts full of stuff. How big of a refrigerator do those people have?"
Yeah, right? Right?
And, why I could understand the paper towels, being low on paper towels because people are being extra vigilant in cleaning. But toilet paper, really? I mean, yeah. Since this started, I've been using this one pack of toilet paper that I have, and I bought it, I don't know,
Yeah,
2
yeah,
weeks ago. It's
but a lot of
big-
people think they need extra crack paraphernalia,
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's for, I really think it's the politicians bought all the toilet paper,
Do you?
because they're so full of shit. They need all of it.
Well, half of them are anyway. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in one of those moods. My filter's not working today.
Maybe I better get my finger on the bleep button, huh?
Yeah, you might want to keep that
I've only got about it. I've only got about it. Only got about a 10-second latency, so I don't have much time here. Oh my goodness. Got some latecomers. We got Bob Casey came in, Rick Halber came in. I think Sonari came in because somebody said hello to her. I haven't seen her type. Maybe I missed it, but anyway, yeah, Ray.
We got Lon Dennard.
Yeah, Lon's been here while I've been talking with him too.
Yeah. Yes, I am in politics, Lon.
Yeah, he's in politics.
Thus, my need for toilet paper.
Yeah. And Ray was actually not my first co-driver, but he was one of my first co-drivers that stayed with me the longest, and then later went into being an owner-operator, doing his own thing, and that's what he does now. He owns his truck, and Mary drives for a company, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're married, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, they're not married.
I don't know if they will
Not
be.
yet. Okay.
They might be someday. Who knows?
Well, I was going to say it'd be successful. It'd be very successful. I mean, they don't see each other, so they're bound to get along.
Yeah, right. Every time they get time to get together is a good time, right? Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, they're a couple of good kids. They got,
And Rick Halber has been here since the beginning too.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
Oh, did I say he just came in? I probably said he just came in.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I see Sonari talking in there. She's back there watching apparently.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my big surprise for this show this week. And with that, I'm going to move right along into the the viewer spotlight thing. And
Okay, cool.
I think I've got a, don't I have an intro for that somewhere? I know I made one. Subscriber spotlight. Yeah, let's go ahead and
Yeah.
play
There
that.
you go.
See how quick that goes? It goes so quick I can do
Yeah.
it twice, right? And then with that, I'm going to move directly into this video from, I want to say this one's from, who's this from? Oh, none other than Chris Hope. This one's from Chris Hope.
I was going to say that looked like a Chris Hope
Yep.
shot.
That's his usual lake that he does his
Yeah.
morning live streams from. I'm sorry, Rick. I know you've been here. I saw you earlier. I just slipped my mind. So this is and there's Angela, Lost Girl Hike showed up too. And Chris is really starting to get creative with some of his editing. He's really starting to put out some nice looking stuff. That's a cool picture.
That, and I love the transition right into it because it's like, whoa.
Yeah, that was sweet.
He's doing some fantastic.
Yep.
He's getting right up there. I mean,
Yeah, boy, I'll
I
say.
think the only one I know of that really beats him is Ron Lockwood right now. And that's because Ron lives in a part of the country that's really, but he's really becoming good with these sunsets. It's just,
Yeah, and sunrises. Yep.
yeah, and sunrise. You know, that's the kind of thing you'd put on like a coffee book, or
Right.
a coffee table book. There we
Right,
go.
right.
You know, coffee table book. These are just, Texas sunrise and sunsets. Just
Yep.
unbelievable.
Yep. And this one is it's only 3 minutes, but it sure seems like it's going longer than that. But Crisco is popping. Uh-oh, something's going to get fried. Southern style if it's in Crisco. Did I lose you, Lloyd?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, I'm still here.
Okay.
I was looking at the chat and looking at the video.
Yeah, it's
I was enjoying the scenery. I was just, I'm blown away by it.
and I know Chris was
he
in
just-
earlier. He said he might be late, but he was here
Yeah.
earlier. I hope he's still here.
Yeah. Oh, this is just cool.
That's time-lapse
I mean,
video
he
there.
just
That
knows.
was awesome. Oh,
Yeah.
this is gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like Thomas Kincaid stuff, This,
Thanks for
Thi-
letting me
this
know
is
that,
just,
Chris, but I don't know which one it's on, so I can't turn it up. Well, maybe I can.
oh, there you go.
Yeah, I found it. As long as I don't get a copyright strike on it, I got to worry about that. I've had more than one email from Google over that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I just mute the audio on them. But Chris typed in chat that it's not copyrighted. So
Get with Greg, but there's a way you can preload your videos up to you. They're going to get a strike.
no, I'm going to get rid of it.
What was that?
The end of that video is still playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
I just didn't get the other one switched
Okay.
in time.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, Chris Hope, man, that was amazing. That was truly, truly amazing. And now
Yeah.
we got one more we're going to play. And this one
Okay.
comes from the other guy that you mentioned. Yep.
Ron
Mr.
Lockwood.
Mr. Ron Lockwood. This is his clips from some of it from Yellowstone.
From Yellowstone. Yeah. Which falls is that? Beartooth Mountain Pass. Okay. Yeah.
Beartooth Pass, Montana. That's really some amazing stuff right there, you know.
Oh, it's Yellowstone and Beartooth Pass. Okay.
Right.
How do you get up to those bears like that?
Big zoom.
Look at that.
I'm going to guess. Big zoom. Long lens.
Long lens. Yeah, yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Just, yeah. Elk.
I love those top-down shots on those waterfalls. They're just
Yeah.
amazing.
Probably
There
has
you go.
giant Canon lenses, Angela says.
Yeah.
Big zoom. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Man. Yep.
Pretty amazing
Ron, what do
stuff,
you use?
Ron.
If you could
Pretty
type in the
amazing.
chat, what are you using for editing? Because he's doing a really good job of editing, and I was just curious what he was using.
Hello, Jeff. You know, if you watched your Vice President show on Tuesday nights, you'd know that answer. The smartass in me tells you. They've been, Jim has been, and having Ron and everybody on, and that's what they're going through. They're showing how they do their edits and everything, and they're doing it all on Apple. Like
Okay.
Ron does
Well,
most of
that's-
his on an iPad, I think. So
Okay.
whatever the Apple
And
stuff
he's
is,
probably using LumaFusion.
I think so. I couldn't tell you because I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know the
probably-
names of all that stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah,
LumaFusion and Final Cut Pro.
and Final Cut.
Final
Yep.
Cut Pro is done on a Mac because they don't have Final Cut Pro for iPad, or I'd be using it.
Oh,
Yeah, I use LumaFusion a lot. A lot of my stuff is done with that, but I've switched over to Power Director because I just really like the way it works.
a lot of people are talking about that. I think that's what Jim Boyd uses.
Well, he uses Power Director, and I've actually got the 365 version of it. Plus, I've got the app for the iPad, which is kind of a light edition of it, but they keep adding stuff every month. They add new features, new stuff.
Oh, okay.
And it's the problem I was having is when I started using that split camera, my dash cam, it wouldn't read, for some reason it wouldn't read the files.
You know, you have to save those and use a file converter to convert them to MP4. You can download
They're
it.
MP4s. It records 2 MP4s, but for some reason it would pick up the video, but it wouldn't drag the sound in with it.
Oh,
It was dropping the soundtrack. That included using Adobe, all of it. There was something about that sound file that was weird, and it just blanked out. So I started using Power Director just to try it out, and like, oh crap, it works. And I can just sit there and because on the camera when I'm watching,
you
it
see
has-
both.
Well, when I'm looking out or when it's recording, I got a small window of me talking in a large window of the outside. Well,
Right.
I switch it around in the when I do it, and so what I do is I bring in It's called Picture in Picture. I put my talk, whatever I'm talking about, BSing about, because I'm vlogging. So I put that there, and then in the corner I snap it up. I set a picture in picture for it because there's a matching numbers. There's front and rear of each video.
Right,
There's a front
okay.
video and the rear video. Rear video is me. Front video is the roadside. And I just take and put that in the next track below what they call the picture in picture track. And then all I got to do is just move it, and it just snaps it up into the corner, drops it right into place.
Wow, that's cool.
And
Okay.
it's really easy for me to do a video that way.
Yeah.
And the only problem is when they switched to the newest version of iPad, they made it so the dongle things don't work. They just doesn't pick up on them.
Oh, man.
So I load them on Judy's all-in-one, and just drop them into a file folder for what is it? What do they call it? One box or whatever that is. It's not Dropbox, it's
One
file
cloud
or whatever.
One
they call
cloud
that.
or something.
Yeah, one cloud. Yeah. I just drop them all in there. Each week I put in a label, and then I just go in there and go through and sort them out. And, oh, yep, that's what I want to do. Download it, and boom, I'm ready to go.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Well,
Yeah.
we've only got just a few minutes left, so I want to thank everybody that, well, Ron and Chris. Why am I having trouble with that?
I don't know. You're getting old.
Hush. I want to thank Ron and Chris for sending videos in. I sent an email to, he's not in the chat tonight, but I sent an email to, oh my goodness, Tropic, I think it is. He sent me a video in a way that I can't get to it to play it on here, so I needing to send it to me in a link to the YouTube video of it. And Mr. Rick Halber, $15 super chat. Thank you, sir. And earlier we had Metro Drones. I hit the cannons and said thanks, Metro, but I didn't make a big deal of it, so I'm going to do that now. There we go, Metro. Thanks again.
That's for both of them.
So I appreciate it. I really, really do. It helps a lot right now for what's going on. So
yeah,
400agl.net@gmail.com is the email address to send your link to your video on your YouTube channel. And then that way you send me the link in an email saying that I can play it on my stream and so forth, and that gives me the right to be able to play it. Lloyd, are you trying to tell me that I should remind people I got boxes of stickers? I got boxes of stickers.
He's got stickers.
I got hats. Okay?
Hats, yeah.
And I got coffee mugs. And I'm going to tell you what, they work really good, except, oh yeah, this one's still got some in it. Yeah, they hold coffee even, guys.
Yeah.
So, and I got mouse pads. I'll hold mine up. I'll just drop my mouse on the table and
I don't need a mouse pad.
put my mouse pad
Those
up
guys have a good enough place already over here. I don't need to provide them a pad of their own.
Oh, come on. Let's give them a pad.
No, man. No. I tell you what, Monday, when that little sucker was staring at me, I mean, not more than 2 foot away from me.
That was funny.
I
I
just
got to
froze
say
my
that
track
was
like,
funny.
oh, crap. Because
And you
come
said
any
that.
closer,
You
gotta
said
hurt me.
you said you just froze like you actually froze when you said you froze.
I see that.
That
Yeah.
was wicked.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
interesting.
I would have.
Anyway.
I would have been up on a chair screaming like a little girl.
If you want to send something to the P.O. Box, it's number 12, Holiday, Tennessee 38341. Be sure and send me a drone or something, or a gold brick, a gold bar would work, I'm not particular. That's where you send it, DJI, if you're listening. Anyway, I want to plug Professor Mitch. Will be going live here in just a couple seconds. He usually clicks in about 5 minutes before the top of the hour, so he'll be live tonight after this show. And I want to say another special thanks to Mary and Ray for the job that they do. Ray is leased on with a company that I was leased to for 30 years.
Okay.
He's with the same company. So,
all right. I've heard you talk about him.
Yeah. He was my first co-driver probably my first one. I don't know. Maybe not my first one, but he was definitely my last one. And that was in about 90 or 91 time frame. But, known him a long time. So thanks again to
Lon.
Ray and Mary.
Unless I tell you to do something, Lon, ignore it.
And Lon, don't ignore Nightbot. Nightbot will start the fight between you and Lloyd. And Nightbot will referee, but Lloyd's exempt, so be careful.
Yeah.
Anyway, Grumpbot, there you go.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you guys and gals. Chris Mitch will be going. He'll be powering up the transmitter from a underground bunker in an undisclosed location very soon. So he'll be doing his thing tonight. I saw an email where he's talking about StreamYards with a link and tonight's FPV workshop and all that stuff and so on and so forth. So, I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody stays careful. Lloyd?
Yep.
Any last words?
Nope. I should be on tomorrow night unless something comes up. Judy's got a doctor's appointment in Tulsa tomorrow afternoon. But, I may be running a little late, but I should be on.
Okay, well.
7 Central Time. Other than that, no.
All right.
Great show,
thanks,
Mel.
Thanks for coming in tonight. Thank
fun.
you. And Mitch is powering up the super transmitter as we speak. So I'm going to start my timer. You guys can hang out and chat as long as you like until you go over there. And thank you, Sonari. And we will see you all next week. I know you could have been anywhere. You chose to be here, and I truly do appreciate it. And thanks for the super chats. And we'll see you next week, and we'll see you around the world. right, everybody, I'm going to cut it off. Turn it out. Turn it down. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for coming. I really do appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye for now.